Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Repo.
Don't show them on something and go out because
People have lost their lives for this type of stuff.
yeah. You got, if I come up on somebody I knew they wasn't HA and they're flying HA, man, there's a world of trouble going to start. The same as any club, they're not given out. They're earned. They are not just handed out or bought online. You literally have to earn it. And for people, whatever country makes these up and sells them on eBay or whatever the site is, don't be that stupid individual that goes and does that. It's bad enough people fly like Sons of Anarchy. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
They wear them hats. Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen it a couple of times. I'm like, what's that guy flying? Sons of Anarchy. Okay. I think about 8 o'clock tonight, he's got to be back at the institution. So, he got a day pass.
Now, if someone's wearing like a Sons of Anarchy, they're not really going to do anything to them, right? They're just going to educate them.
There's been a couple instances in the news where a couple of people have been educated about that. So, like a platform such as yours, I've seen a couple of videos online where club manager rolled up to him and told him and kind of, started out explaining it nicely. And then that guy wanted to act like, he's a Sons of Anarchy member. He might have had a few loose teeth after that, but had to peel his eye open for a few days to look out of it. But yeah, I would suggest you do not by any means go and buy those patches and sew them on and go out there flying them. You really need to go see a therapist and get your head examined if you do.
Because these patches it's basically the most sacred thing to you when you're a part of this club, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Don't lose them. Don't give them away. And if somebody does get them, you call to say, hey, man, I lost my cut. I hope to God you're in the hospital. IV in one arm, contusions, a couple of broken bones, missing teeth. Okay, you lost it. There was however many that beat you down to get it. That would be acceptable. You stood up and your knuckles are all bloodied up because you were fighting back. But, man, you just take it off and give it to them.
Have you ever seen that? Has it ever happened? Have you ever heard any stories about people getting their cuts taken?
Absolutely. There's stuff all over social media. I believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. But, you see in different instances where people have rolled up and had their cuts taken from them. And then, again, if you don't vet the guys that are coming in for a long process, such as HA does, it's no walk in the park to become a member in HA, and it takes time. I think that right there is absolute. I got a guy that I've known a year and a half, man. We've thrown down in some bars, whatever. You really, really got to get to know that person. And, if you ain't out there and put no work in with that person, there's still a level of, I don't know who you are when push comes to shove.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you is when Tommy and all of them became Hell's Angels, what was the process for them when they traded over? And was it like a patch party, like where they switched patches?
No. I mean, I can't directly totally comment on that, Bill, because, I was not there. I just know what I heard. And they had a long, hard process, and they had to go a lot of places, meet a lot of people, and prove themselves to become what they became. I would think, being where they were formerly to becoming Hell's Angels, they had it harder than you or I just going to become a member. I think their walk was a lot harder walk than would be given to one of us per se if we went to become a member because of who they were.
And have you ever seen other clubs getting patched over?
Some guys I've seen patch over, but everything depends. Like HA, you don't patch over. You can be whatever. Has it happened? Maybe, but pretty much no matter where you're at or whatever, you still have to prospect before you can become a member. There is no direct patch over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're the president of this club or
No,
whatever. It doesn't matter. You're
no.
right at the bottom when you go into
Yep,
this one.
yep. You got to do everything everyone else has to, and maybe even more.
Pretty wild stuff. There's another video I wanted to talk to you about where a woman, her old man is in prison, and she was upset at the club for not supporting him or whatever it was. She put gas on his cut and burned it.
Ugh. Oof. Is she still around?
I'm not sure, but I'll put a clip of it right here.
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of puts him in a situation, right?
Yeah, I mean he's locked up, but I'm gonna think that like when he got out, he probably didn't get back together with her. I definitely would not have.
Especially if you felt a certain way and she didn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially if all of his family saw it. Not a good thing. A lot of women, something happens with their old man, they go out there and they start running their mouths, like they know everything and everything that went on and they were inside and this and that. No, you don't.
They know nothing of the
They
club
shouldn't
life.
know anything.
Yeah.
They should not. They should not. That again comes into their old man running their mouth, or all the girls get together, and they have a little picnic and they discuss, if they were president and what they would do, and they wouldn't sit around in front of they wouldn't sit around in front of a clubhouse for 4 or 5 hours having church before they wound up going up north to a party or something.
Some women pillow talk, and it's kind of dangerous. Yep. Some of these women put in these guys in positions.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But easy come, easy go.
What were your thoughts on when they were going to take the Mongols' cuts?
That wasn't going to be a good thing anywhere across the board for any 1% outlaw club, 1% club. It could have filtered down and came right through to everybody else out there. And I think money poured into the Mongols Defense Fund from numerous different 1%, big 1% clubs to help them fight that so that it did not become a problem for any other club, which it very well could have been.
That would have been a huge loss for the motorcycle club community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, where law enforcement can snatch you up simply because you're wearing a shirt that says whatever club on it. If that's the case, then you need to go out to, whatever those cop clubs are and start smacking them, grab their patches, call them criminals, because, you're going to label where I was or, pagans or anything, outlaws and criminals because of a cut they wear, then the cop clubs are just as equal and they should be shut down.
They have cop motorcycle clubs, right?
Right.
The same thing.
Yep.
They just don't wear a 1% patch.
No. There's one support club for I think they're over in Jersey for the Angels, and I know a couple of those guys, and they've been up to Newark with a guy that was former law enforcement and corrections in Newark's clubhouse. It's an open party, so anybody can get in, and you're a support club, you brought this dude in, you know where he was, and you kind of know what the structure is that AJ follows. Why would you have that guy in your house? Kind of makes me think like, maybe that support club shouldn't be such a support club, or they need to be talked to about which one of your members can and cannot come to a function.
How do you feel about them putting Chuck Zito out bad?
Yeah, I don't know what the final bottom line was why they put Chuck out. Chuck was around for a long time. It's happening. It seems to be happening. I know a couple of guys that were there 40 plus years that have been put out, not long over here in time. But like I say, I really can't comment because I'm not on the inside. I'm not there. I don't know what the true reasoning was, and I'm not looking to find out because that's club business, and I'm not in the club.
We make it clear every episode. Former member, right?
Absolutely, former. Because it seemed somebody had an issue that they brought up, but that's been clarified.
How do you feel being that you're out of the club now? How is your life compared to when you were in it versus now? How your mental state, the way your life is going, how big of a difference is it?
Life's definitely a lot better. A lot better. It wasn't bad when I was there, given what everything that we were going through and a rat dropping a case on me. But would I change that portion of my life? I still would have taken the fifth if I was put back up on the stand. But would I change that? Nah, man. It was live and learn, and it's good now. Like I said, in the first portion of this, I drove numerous hours to get up here to Philadelphia to film this portion of it. It's the first time I've been back in Philly in years. In years. When we're done with this, I'm gonna take this here rental back to the airport, get back on a plane, and fly back home where I live now. And we'll talk more though, for sure.
How does it feel being back there? Does it feel?
I got mixed feelings on it, Bill. Driving past the old house was unsettling. Miss Tommy to this day. I think we'll clarify 2005 to now. That's not 25 years, correct? Like 19 years, if I'm correct. I'm fairly good at math. Somebody had commented something, that's 25 years ago since he's been gone. They're incorrect. I can send them like math for dummies or something if they need it. Yeah, it was unsettling going past the house. It's as soon as I go past it, out of sight, out of mind. I just keep moving forward each day. I don't look back. I don't hold anything against the Hells Angels. Had they been better informed and not dealt with the guys they dealt with, lying to them and not telling them the truth, things would have been different, I'm sure. But you can only go with what you have at the time. Hopefully they all play nice.
Do you think if things would have went different at that time, do you think you still would have been in the club?
Yeah. I think had they not, if they'd have known and they would have supported me throughout my case and stuff that involved the member, being an informant, other things I can't discuss. Yeah, I probably would still be there. Absolutely. I'm glad I'm where I'm at.
Definitely, man. You got a lot to your story. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
We're just getting started. You got some big things going on in the future.
Oh, absolutely, man. Business is great, and I got a lot of irons in the fire. I got an A&E special going to be coming up. Definitely let you know so you can put that out there for your viewers to watch. There's going to be numerous other former Hells Angel members doing it with me that were also members. To clarify that to one lady. Yeah, I was a member. You're wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong.
This is great. I love getting this information out there. We're definitely going to be talking some more.
Absolutely.
Got a lot of things in the works.
Yep. So, Bill, I don't want to cut us short, man, but I got to get this back turned in at the airport and get back on that plane, get back home, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you going out there for me.
Yep. I'll call you when I get back home again.
All right.
All right.
Have a safe trip, man.
Everybody be safe out there. Take care.
If you guys like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like the show, too bad. Start your own podcast. Peace.